like Hellfire comes over here to drop?
I decide to destroy the destructible rubble, or whatever it is, so I could start expanding in the yellows. Because at my main base, I ran out of minerals.
Well, now you ran out of minerals. This one guy's nothing to do.
My main base now becomes practically useless.
Except for the gas, that's still important, but otherwise...
And to the left, red and blue seem to want to go all out here. They think that they could win.
Now here's a problem. My Mutalisks start attacking on their own because I'm looking elsewhere. I finally see them and I run them away, but not in time. I lost so many Mutalisks. That's my whole army, pretty much. Got some Corruptors here, but
Now, I see this and I come to try and help. Maybe set up a siege line and attack while he's still at the destructible rocks.
Yeah.
It could have been better, honestly.
Definitely, but I've got a ton of Corruptors for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm killing off Medivacs and stuff like that, killing the other Corruptors. I'm keeping Hellfire pretty healthy if I was attacking the right things right now, but...
There you go, destroy those Medivacs.
Yeah.
Medivacs make a fight completely tilted in the Terran's advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
Medivacs heal any biological unit. Even your allies, his roaches could get healed, and their armor.
Yeah, that's just...
It's terrible for me.
Looks like he brings the block back, or the original drop back. My Mutalisks come out and get killed immediately, but here's pretty important. I'm here with a fungal growth waiting. A couple more seconds. It takes 75 energy to get a fungal. 73, 74, 75. Now this, since he has no Medivacs, this does killer damage. It obviously doesn't kill him because he's got a
Two
ton.
upgrades.
Yeah, he's got plenty of armor to deal with it, but it's really damaged, which makes it very easy for Hellfire to come clean this up.
Yes, and while we're on this, I'd like to point out, we do not click on anything. We use our keyboard more than we use our mouse.
Definitely.
I played with friends and they always use their mouse. It slows you down.
Yeah, you gotta learn hotkeys. It's very important to use hotkeys in this. Now, Marines would kill Marauders really easy. However, there's a siege tank and a bunch of Medivacs which just turn this fight around.
Yes, as we talked about, the Medivacs definitely tilt in the favor of whoever has them.
He's got the upgrade advantage, but he's got the tank advantage. Deal with it. Well.
And, I've expanded into the yellows now comfortably.
Yeah, here he is.
With sitting on a ton of minerals.
A ton.
I should have built, I don't know, 5 more barracks.
Yeah, that was...
Maybe I'll get around to that.
Yeah. It's important, but...
I have not enough manufacturing buildings.
Yeah, as a Terran player, as Zerg, as Protoss, whatever, you need things to build. You can't do one gateway, or you can't do one hatchery, or 2 or 3 barracks. You need plenty of barracks, and this is what we're doing here. This is what Hellfire's doing here, is building a lot more barracks. This way now we can produce a ton more Marines and Marauders out at a time.
And in the left you see our unit count. I have 12 Medivacs to 24 Marauders. That's not a good count.
Now it looks like he comes in, there's a little Mr. Micro, let's go back just a little bit. He ran into Hellfire's base to take out his
Red scouted it with Zerglings.
Now this is a problem. His Medivacs were way ahead of his Marauders. So a couple of them, not too many, but enough, get shot off.
2.
That's 2 Medivacs that could be healing.
And then I leave 2 Medivacs behind.
So essentially he lost 4 in this fight. Now he's not getting them.
Siege up.
He sieges up. He needs to get up the ramp so he has all his guys shooting. There we go. Now
forcing him to run away with those siege tanks. Siege tanks also extremely turn the tide in a fight.
Yeah.
Their splash damage deals so much.
You should have siege tanks in every Terran build. Well, any ground Terran build. In any Zerg ground, you should have infestors. In any Protoss, you should have sentries. It's just, there's something you always need in a ground fight. I mean, it's is always there. Now, Marauders versus Mutalisks. I'll give you one guess who wins.
Since Marauders can attack, I'll take away your guess. It's the Mutalisks. I have nothing to fight these off.
You finally
now I do.
Got some Marines to shoot off the Mutalisks.
Finally using those 5 barracks up top.
I come in and do a decent amount of damage. I didn't supply block him because he has plenty of supply, but you know the
and
thing
I killed off most of his army.
Now he decides to come in to try and take him, but he didn't see these turrets till the end.
He did scout my other expansion though, that I was building.
Yeah, that's important information.
If I were him, I would have tried to destroy that, to be honest.
Yeah, here he comes to poke at this. This is kind of sad.
I had too many SCVs, and I thought, what better way to kill them than to send them on a suicide mission?
And the mission was to poke at rocks. It's a great mission. When I grow up, I want to be just like those SCVs.
Alright, our opponents are running out of minerals.
Yeah, and again, look, 5 harvesters this time.
Ugh, someone needs to pay attention more. And there's my SCV poking away. I do think he gets that kill, actually.
Let's speed it up and check. Oh, there it is!
Yes!
1 kill, wow. Things you can do with SCVs. Now, he decides to run in and do significant damage. I'm here with Banglings, a couple Corruptors.
Setting up my siege tanks out of range of the planetary fortress to destroy it.
Yeah.
Now he has no working base. Well, 1, but he's not really using it.
Wow, fail, for the record. Just big fail here. Let's mine from the ones really far away. There are not even that many of them. Let's not mine from the big blue crystals here.
And I think we should go back and show my Miss Micro.
Ah, yes. Back just a little bit more. Right.
No, more.
More.
That time I actually did better.
Ah, yes. Alrighty.
So I come and I put my siege tanks up. I thought they were in range of above the ramp. They just weren't close enough to do any real damage. They were shooting buildings and not units.
Your Marines and Marauders, they won it for you. They still won it even without the siege tanks, but you would have lost less. So,
that was good game. They didn't really say it. Again, they were bronze.
Yeah.
Nice pause. What we could have done better. We definitely could have microed better in a lot of spots.
Could have got more production facilities, probably add a couple tech labs. I finally re-expand, and I'm here with Hydralisks and Roaches. Essentially, Hellfire won this game for us, which is amazing. He's an awesome player for at Silver League level.
We both are. Our opponents were bronze level. They did play a lot better than I thought they would. But, again, seeing what they're doing, having 4 or 5 workers on a Vespin Geyser and not really controlling their units, I can tell why they're bronze.
Yeah, I mean, they came in and they wiped us off the face of the earth, and yet we still came back. That's something else. Don't really ever give up. Or do when you know you definitely lost, but I had my main base destroyed. Hellfire was Zergling rushed. He didn't have very much. He lost one of his only mining bases. I mean, he had another one here, but it's getting mined out pretty fast. Don't ever give up. Even when it seems to be low, stay in and put in an extra 5 or 10 minutes just to see what you can do in this game. Worst comes to worst,
you lose.
Yeah, I mean, what's the problem? You're gonna lose anyway. Might as well lose in style.
Well, this is M&J signing off. Remember, play StarCraft.
Got this second right here. It's a really late expansion, if you ask me. I mean,
and he should have more.
Yeah, as a Zerg player, you need another expansion, not necessarily for the minerals early, but for the larva. You need that larva. You can't build that many units without larva. I mean, queens help you, but you only get 3 or 4 extra larvas with queen. If you have 2 queens and 2 bases, you have about 16 or so larvae that you could use. You could build 16 drones or roaches or mutalisks at once off of 2 bases. I mean, that's really, really good. I don't know why he didn't. Now, Corruptors, they're really good against mutas if you have numbers. They are armored, and that's why. But if you have only a few, well, mutas have splash damage. So, I don't know why he ran at me. Looks like Hellfire did a drop coming in here to...
Why don't we rewind and show him that?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, as a Terran player, I like my Medivacs and their drops. They're fun. So, seeing
Just
that...
a little more. Sorry.
Seeing that Ninja Spec Ops had pulled off the entire army, I decide, why not destroy some of his building units? Since we had scouted, and I was going for the factory initially, but I decide to destroy off his barracks and prevent anything from building. After I destroy his barracks, he needs to rebuild those to start making units again.
Yeah, definitely.
Which takes 60 to 65 seconds. That's a minute.
At this point, he has one functioning barracks. He can't get any more ground units for a long time. He runs back to get in here. He stood around just a little longer and he lost 2 Medivacs full of guys. But he got the rest of them away, which is better than nothing. That's excellent in my opinion.
Yes, if you see an army and you know you can't take it on, get out of there.
Yeah, for sure. Don't just do mindless attacks. There's only one reason that you should attack a force that you know you can't win, is if you're trying to buy some time. For example, if you see they have Mutalisks and all you have are roaches to fight off Mutalisks, stay there and buy yourself time. Attack with them and see if you can get the Mutalisks to come back while building.